Hey, my cruising friends, welcome back. We're going to answer 3 more questions today. Today is Friday. Oh, wait, I forgot. We're like T minus 10 days or so from my next cruise on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander out of Tampa. Leaving out February 25th. So, hey, if you're on board, say hi. Let's have a drink and let's have some fun. If you're not, get on board. I know there's plenty of room still, so let's go. Hey, thank you for watching the channel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, hit the bell, hit everything. Help support the channel. Let's grow this channel. So I'm gonna get into it. We're gonna answer some questions.
Ooh, yeah. Sunset fading, leaves are changing. Ooh, yeah. Summer's gone, but we're still dancing. Ooh, yeah. Sweater weather, chill together. Pumpkin spice on every corner. Ooh, yeah. Bonfire nights, starry lights. Hey, crunch your leaves.
All right, first question we have on this Friday. So first time cruiser. So this may be a rookie question, but is there a package my child can get that will allow her milkshakes, Shirley Temples, coffees, frappes, etc., similar to the Cheers but no alcohol, or only the Bubbles soda package? Well, question person. Unfortunately, on the ship, on Carnival cruise ship, for the child there is only the Bubbles. That is it. Now it does not include these things that you've listed. Bubbles is strictly what it says, soda. That's pretty much all it is. With the occasional, I think, like a juice or something like that. But that is all it is. It does not even include bottled water. I think that is something Carnival should change. It should include bottled water. That's why on the Cheers package for the adults, it is absolutely everything. But for the Bubbles package for the kids, for 20 years and below, 20 years of age and below, it does not include all those extras, unfortunately. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. You will have to pay extra for those things. So, sorry. All right, let's move on to question number 2 for today. It says, hi, I'm a first-time cruiser. I love these first-time cruisers. And a solo traveler on Carnival Conquest. Great ship. I've been on it one time. Loved it. So it says, I have a question. I am vegan. How are my options? My room is on the 7th floor and in the very front of the boat. Should I be worried? Any advice you'd give to a first-timer going alone? Thanks in advance, Heart. So, okay, let's start this off. I am a vegan. How are my options? Now, I'm personally not a vegan. I do know they do have vegan options. You have to, I'm outside, as you can tell, you probably hear the cars going by, but so you do, okay, at dinner, at your main dining room, just let them know that you are vegan. Now, you can let them know beforehand. You can call Carnival and let them know. That'd probably be the best bet. If you book through a travel agent, let them know. They can make the remarks in your booking. If you booked online yourself, call Carnival, have them add that you're a vegan, there's dinner choices for you. So when you get to the main dining room, they'll actually give you a special menu. Much like diabetics can get special menus. Vegan, they'll let you know your option, but the main thing is, if you don't do that, when you get there at the main dining room, let them know, hey, I'm a vegan, and this is what they'll accommodate. They will accommodate you. They'll give you your options. There are options. I don't know what the amount of options are, but there are options. Even at the buffet, there's going to be options for you there too. So there's always options. It may not be as plentiful as you would like, but there are options. Now, your next part is your room is on the 7th floor, and in the very front of the boat, it's a ship. Should I be worried? No, you don't need to be worried. You're going to be fine. Okay, so first-time cruiser, right? The most ideal spot to feel less movement, basically that's what you want, less movement feeling, is going to be midship and as high as you can go. It seems counter, because you look at it, it rocks. So it's, this is your ship. It rocks back and forth like this. So you have a pivot point in the middle. It rocks on. And then as you go on, it goes side to side like this. Now, I'm not exaggerating, okay? So it's got a pivot point. That pivot point is the middle. The middle of the ship is your most ideal spot. But if the higher you go, the actually less you do feel it. So I would always tell first-timers, midship as high as you can go. 7th deck, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good spot. Now you're to the front of the ship. So So this is the front. My fingertips are the front. So, you know, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. You know, it rocks like that. As it's going forward, it's doing this. And at the same time, side to side. So don't let it scare you. You really don't feel it. The only time you really feel a lot of movement is like in heavy storms, okay? And they have many safety features to help with the feeling, okay? They have these things called stabilizers. There are wings that actually come out the side of the ship. Now that's really like a last option they want to do, because when they put those wings out, they're called stabilizers, they have to slow down. You have to slow down a little bit because it's resistance in the water, okay? But it helps stabilize the ship more, all right? They'll do that during really bad storms to help stabilize it. There's a internal ballast that, you know, it's like, you picture two big tanks underneath the ship. There's more than two. So if it's going this way, so one will fill up with water while one empties water, and then it'll balance, and then the other fills, and the other, and so it's a balancing act. It does that. So I know it's a rudimentary way of explaining it. It's a lot better way of explaining it, but there are counterbalances to help try to keep it as smooth as possible. If it's a clear day, no waves, things like that, you're really not going to feel anything. If it gets a little bumpy, like, you know, if you're flying in an airplane, you feel some turbulence like that, right? You're not going to feel it on a ship. You know, it's a very subtle, it's not like a jerky movement on a ship. It's very subtle. It takes like a minute, then takes like a minute to go the other way, you know, and staying forward. But now it's not coming like way up. No, it's just small movements. It's not like, when you're looking at the horizon, it may look like a big movement. It's really not a huge movement. You're really not going to feel it unless you go through a bad storm. And if you do have to go through a bad storm, or the seas get a little rough out there because of the wind, right? They're going to do all kind of countermeasures. The only bad thing is, I would tell you, you're on the front of the ship. So the front of the ship and the back of the ship feel the most movement. Okay, so you will feel some movement. Now you're on the 7th floor. It's not going to be as bad as being really lower, right? So you are going to feel some movement, maybe. Just depends on the weather. I say maybe because it depends on the weather. You could have a whole 5, 7, 8 day sailing and it could be smooth. Or you could have one where you have rain the whole time and weather and wind on it. So it just depends on the weather when you go on your cruise. But you will feel more movement toward the front and toward the rear of the ship. If you're in the middle, you're going to feel less movement. Hope that helps you out there. Any advice you'd give to a first-time cruiser going alone? Keep your head on the swivel. Be safe, be vigilant, okay? I hate to say it, but there are some unscrupulous and not so nice people sometimes on cruises. You know, a lot of people go on to everybody goes on to have a good time and relax, but some people, too many libations get to them sometimes. And, you know, if you're alone, you know, just be aware of your surroundings. Watch the kind of the people around you. Not to say that people are nice on a cruise ship, especially the wait staff, the room attendants. Everybody's nice. Even fellow passengers are really nice. There are unruly passengers who, if you're going to the nightclub, really be safe. Watch your drinks. Watch your drink. You know, just like going out to a regular bar. Watch your drink, because you never know what somebody could put in. You never know. You know, and listen. Be careful of who you hang around with sometimes. There could be some thieves. There could be some people up to no good. So it's just same thing as you would do on land. And if you're going out to a bar by yourself, it's the same concepts. Except now you're on a ship confined in a space where if something happens, it's kind of like, oh no. So just be vigilant of your surroundings and the people around you and what's going on. If you get, you know, if you're a little too drunk, go back to your room, go lay down. Also, if you do get seasick, I know that you can wear patches to help you with seasick. They got the bands you can wear. I have the bands that will really help do much. They say ginger ale, Sprite, green apples, things like that. Yeah, the best thing I've ever found for if you do start to feel seasick, get out in the open air. So go on a deck that's open, and so where you can look out at the horizon. Okay, so you want to be by like a rail or something looking out, or sitting in a deck. Go like the Lido deck or the deck right above the Lido deck where it's kind of open and you can look out to the sea. Look out at the horizon. Okay, it does help. Getting open air and looking out into the horizon help. If you're on a balcony, just go sit on your balcony and look out. It helps. It helps. I find it helps out a lot just getting that open air and looking out. So, and listen, always, if you ever have any questions, email me, waylonamy@gmail.com. Be happy to answer them for you, okay? So, hope that helps out, and I hope you have a great cruise. All right. All right, last question on this Friday. It says, vaping allowed in room or smoking decks only? Man, that car was loud going by. So vaping allowed in room or smoking decks only? Smoking decks only. Let me say that again. Smoking decks only. On a Carnival cruise ships, there are usually going to be 2 decks dedicated for smoking. Okay, it's usually going to be the deck right above Lido. Could be, I don't want to say a number because it'd be deck 9, deck 10, whatever the Lido deck is, it's going to be the deck above it, usually. And check on the ship that you're on to make sure. And it's usually going to be a lower deck, sometimes like deck 5 or wherever like your kind of like things are. Like just look on a cruise ship deck plans, and usually it'll tell you where the smoking area is. Okay, and usually they do allow it in the casino in certain areas while gambling. So I'll say that again. Usually in the casino in a certain area while gambling. That's it. Okay, so usually there's 3 spots. Okay, do not get caught doing this in your room. You can get a fine. And I know you say it's not smoking, but if you look at Carnival's policies, vaping is considered a form of smoking. So listen, I can't tell you what to do. You know, you may smoke, you may vape in your room, you may vape on your balcony, right? If you get caught, it could be a hefty fine and banned from Carnival. You could be banned, all right? So a fine and possibly banishment. It's up to you what you want to do, okay? But it's only allowed in designated smoking areas, okay? Listen, you can say, well, I'll just go on my deck and do it. Hey, you do what you want to do, but just remember, they got cameras all along the outside of the ship. They got cameras everywhere on the ship, okay? They can see. It's just like those people that fool around on their balconies. They obviously don't know that they got cameras that can see all along the decks, right? So you're possibly on CCTV to the bridge where everybody's watching you. So, and just keep that in mind, if you're smoking or vaping or whatnot on the balcony, more than likely you can be seen, okay? So you do what you will, but just know, vaping is not allowed in your room. It's not allowed on your balcony. It's not allowed inside the ship or on the ship. It's only allowed in designated areas. And usually double check with whatever ship you're going on or whatever cruise line you're going on, because this can apply, it applies to all cruise lines. Double check on the designated areas. Usually on Carnival, it's usually the deck right above Lido. It's usually a lower deck where like kind of like your casino or restaurant areas are. And it's usually allowed in the casino, in a designated area in the casino while gambling, not walking around, not doing anything else, only while gambling. Okay, so hope that helps you out. You know, unfortunately, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. So, all right, folks, thank you for watching today. Hope you got some good information from these questions I've answered today. Hey, T-minus a few days until we go on our cruise on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander out of Tampa, February 25th. Hope to see you there. If you're not booked, get booked. Let's go party. But hey, like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, you know, all that good stuff, right? Hope you like these videos. Hope they're informative. And if you do have any questions, always email waylonamy@gmail.com. Happy to answer any question you have. Until next time, folks, I'll see you later.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Sunset fading, leaves are changing. Ooh, yeah. Summer's gone, but we're still dancing. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Sweat and weather, chill together. Pumpkin spice on every